What is up, you guys? This is Mustang Ashpoop FMJ here, and since let me check. Okay, then the Hunger Games server. Okay, I was just about to show you guys a Hunger Games server gameplay called Mind Playing, but whatever. So, yeah, and today special. Tomorrow, today I couldn't do the second part of episode 2 of my Minecraft, and today we're going to be talking about Xbox 360 versus PS3. Right now I have PS3, and I'm going to get an Xbox tomorrow, or on my graduation on Thursday. So, yeah, and the mic. And PS3, PlayStation, I've been with it since I was a baby, since PS1 basically. And I grew up with PlayStation, GameCube, and Nintendo, but not with Microsoft, except for their computers. So, yeah. And 360 now, I believe, no offense, I think there's the same, but there's some little tiny features that makes the 360 superior. No offense to the PS3. So first we're gonna watch this, and I'll tell you guys why.
What's up, Prize Fight fans? I'm Brian Tong, and we're bringing you an epic battle that has stood the test of time. It's a throwdown showdown for game console supremacy between Microsoft's Xbox 360 Slim and Sony's PS3 Slim. Our judges for this fight are seen as Senior Associate Editor Scott "The Bottom Line" Stein, Associate Editor Jeff "Never Backs Down" Bacalar, and you know who, Ring-a-ling-a-ding-tong. We'll take all three judges' blind scores and average them out to the nearest 10th. The final prize fight score will be an average of all rounds using the same decimal system. We're going 6 rounds deep for this face-off. Round 1 is designed. Both consoles are bringing their slim and svelte streamlined designs to the prize fight ring. The Xbox 360 is sleeker, slimmer, and improved in every way over the original. We like the glossy piano black finish and its new edgy style, but you still have that sizable AC adapter. The PS3 Slim is the sleeker of the two and more travel friendly, but its matte finish takes away some of the sexy, and it still kind of resembles a George Foreman grill, and it feels a lot more generic compared to the new Xbox Slim. Sometimes makeovers really make a difference, and the 360 Slim takes this design round for the first time with a 4, and the PS3 Slim gets a 3. Next round is features. The standard Xbox 360 Slim rocks a larger 250 gig hard drive, finally brings built-in Wi-Fi, you'll get HDMI and wireless controls, but its proprietary hard drive is still a head-scratcher. Now the biggest difference between these two consoles is Blu-ray. The PS3 Slim has been rated one of CNET's top Blu-ray players, and it's now a real advantage. Plus, you also have a user-replaceable hard drive. Its 160 gigs gives you a little less storage, it has built-in Wi-Fi, HDMI, and its Bluetooth capability allows you to connect many third-party accessories, including almost any Bluetooth headset. Plus, the system is already 3D ready for movies and games through software updates. The PS3 throws its first haymaker with a perfect 5, and the Xbox 360 gets a 3.7. So for averaging 2 rounds.
Features, if they talk about in-game features, then I think the Xbox will win because of the Xbox Live Party, like when you chat with your friends. I'm not no fanboy or anything. I like them both, and yeah, and the reason why is because, like, for movies, the controls for movies I think are better because, like, when you're watching on a PS3, like the triggers on the back of the controller, they can accidentally trigger, and then your movie can get messed up. And that happened a lot of times to me before. But with the Xbox, there's like things that hold the triggers that doesn't let them trigger. So that's good for controlling movies. But the display and everything for movies on PS3 and Xbox, PS3 wins.
Sony leads by 1/10 of a point. There is plenty of fight left. Round 3 is online services. Microsoft's Xbox Live service is the gold standard for online gaming on a console. It's going to cost you $50 per year, but its ease of use, the size of the community, and access to integrated services like Netflix, Last.fm, Facebook, and Twitter, and more make it the total package. Sony's PlayStation Network is absolutely free, and you really have to give them credit for that, but it's not nearly as developed, and after all this time, I'm still waiting for cross-game chatting. PlayStation Plus is a new $50 annual service, but you're really paying for exclusive content instead of new online features. Using Netflix still requires a disc, its built-in web browser does allow you to watch YouTube content, and PlayStation Home still isn't a place where I spend my time. Microsoft strikes back with a perfect 5 of its own, and Sony gets a 3.3. Round 4 is...
True story, what I just said last round about the features, they just mentioned it now. I don't know why.
Up next, and it's the only reason we're all here, for the game. Both consoles are packed with franchise titles that each side wishes they could have. The 360 can brag about the bloody battlefields of Gears of War, the unlimited adventure that is Fable, and the world of Halo and Master Chief, but it's lost some of its momentum. The PS3 arguably boasts a stronger and more diverse exclusive franchise library with their modern-day Indiana Jones in the Uncharted series, God of War's epic story and scale, Little Big Planet's creative community, Heavy Rain's unique control system, and so many more. Now, when it comes down to downloadable games, the Xbox Live Arcade has a much deeper and diverse library of games from the past, and it continues to release awesome new exclusives like Limbo. The PlayStation Network isn't on the same level with its downloadable game library, but it can still hold its own with offerings like Flower, but there just aren't enough of them. You can still play most of your original Xbox titles on the 360 Slim, but backwards compatibility on the PS3 Slim is non-existent. Both consoles have games that make each one just as drool-worthy as the other, and the judges call this round a tie at 4 points apiece. So after 4 rounds, the Xbox has taken control, leading by 0.4 of a point, but we've still got 2 more to go. Round 5 is graphics performance. The 360 Elite and PS3 both have titles that showcase their...
Oh yeah, PS3 wins because they, since PS1 they had, Spyro and all that crap. They started to put in the Harry Potter series in it. The Harry Potter video game was in it first. And, actually, Harry Potter counts as a series for PlayStation because since PS1 and PS2 and PS3, on all 3 systems, they had Harry Potter in them. And for PS3, it wins because, Uncharted and Gods of War, and etc., etc. Killzone 2.
Graphical prowess. Even if it's subtle, the 360 Slim has shown to have a slight advantage when comparing the same third-party titles, but then, when it comes to console-exclusive titles, the PS3 really flexes its technical muscle. Now, Jeff and Scott called this round even, but if we're talking about the best graphics available, why don't you sit down and play God of War 3 or Uncharted 2 and show me an Xbox game that can best them? The PS3 gets a slight edge with a 4.3, and the Xbox gets a 4.
All I
now
can say right now is
still
true
anyone's
story.
prize fight. The 6th and final round that decides it all is value. Both of these consoles are $299 at their entry level, and you guys can argue all you want about who has the better games and who has the better graphics, but when you're talking about value, it really comes down to one thing, and it's the PS3's Blu-ray player that will support 3D content into the future and makes the PS3 Slim more than just a gaming console. And if you want to play online with your Xbox, you'll still have to pay $50 more per year. In the final round, the PS3 Slim gets a perfect 5, and the Xbox 360 gets a 3.7. So let's average out the scores for all 6 rounds, and after a back-and-forth battle where both sides held the lead, we are tied at 4.1 points apiece. Now, you know, we can't walk away like this, and this prize fight has to have a winner, so we're going to break this down by hundredths of a point. So do the math for yourselves, people, but after a 6-round throwdown, the Sony PS3 Slim holds on with a 4.10 to 4.06 in the closest prize fight in CNET history, and is your prize fight winner. You can't go wrong with either of these consoles, and if you're lucky enough,
PS3 and Xbox are the same. That's all I have to say. I don't say I hate PS3. I don't hate Xbox. I like them both the same, except for its little online features for Xbox. So So this is Mustang Boop from Jay, and I'm signing out. Peace.